digital age, staying ahead of the curve is crucial for success. Taraba Business School is committed to empowering the next generation of leaders with the skills they need to thrive. We present you our special computer training exclusively designed for SS3 and JSS3 graduates. Our comprehensive program covers a wide range of topics, including Microsoft Word, master the art of document creation and editing, unlock the power of data analysis and visualization, Microsoft Access, learn to manage and analyze database, Microsoft PowerPoint, create stunning presentations that captivate audiences, graphic design using CorelDRAW, unleash your creativity and design skills, Photoshop, enhance your image editing skills and create stunning visuals, programming using web design, build dynamic websites and web applications, database development, learn to design and manage databases, UI/UX design, create user-friendly and intuitive interfaces. At the Taraba Business School, we believe in creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Our experienced instructors will guide you every step of the way, providing you with hands-on training and mentorship. Don't miss this opportunity to gain a competitive edge. Contact us today to learn more about our program and register for the next session. Call 080-6026-9140, 070-6342-8464 or 090-1010-8844 between 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Taraba Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Join us today and unlock your full potential. Taraba Business School, opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. Empower yourself with the skills of the future. Register now.
Tune into the 9 p.m. news on Sound TV, the pulse of the nation, where every headline matters. Stay plugged in by following us on Facebook at Sound TV and don't miss a second. Catch us live on YouTube at Sound TV Live. This is where the story unfolds. On the news tonight, new opposition bloc emerges as ADC coalition launches in Abuja with David Mark named interim chair and Aregbesola as secretary. Amidst the political shake-ups, Alex Oti denies defection from Labour. FMC Abuja appoints Taraba-born consultant neurosurgeon Dr. Samuela Timothy as new A&E head amidst controversy. International news. Ceasefire talks weaken as Gaza strike intensify. Iran cuts UN ties and global pressure mounts over humanitarian, nuclear and regional crisis. On business news, Aradel Holding, Wema Bank join NGX 30 index and market rebalance. Entertainment news, EFCC convicts 2 TikTok users for Naira abuse. Court fines them 50,000 Naira each, while Australian revokes Kenya West visa over anti-Semitic song. Sport news. Kwara United rewarded with 5 million Naira and land for winning President Federation Cup. I'm Bridget James with the news. Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council held a town hall meeting and stakeholders engagement in Jalingo, Taraba State as part of its national drive to improve the business climate through the State Action for Business Enabling Reform Program. The forum brought together top government officials, private sector leaders, and civil society representatives for a day of technical workshops, panel discussions and presentations on digital governance, legal reforms, revenue system, and land administration. emphasizing collaboration, innovation, and accountability. The event underscored Taraba's commitment to reform and private sector development. Governor Dr. Agbo Kefres was represented by the Commissioner of Finance, Budget and Economic Planning, Dr. Sarah Enoch.
Enabling Business Environment Council, Ebel Secretary, led by Representative of the Director General, Princess Zara Mustafa Audu, Honorable Commissioners here present, Special Advisors and Head of Ministries, Department and Agency here present, our esteemed private sector stakeholders, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is with immense pleasure and a deep sense of honor that I stand before you today to warmly welcome the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council, Federal Secretariat, to our beautiful state, Taraba, nature's gift to the nation. Your visit as part of the nationwide town hall and state engagement tour is not just a routine visit. It signifies a pivotal moment for our state economic development and reinforces the shared commitment to fostering a more vibrant and conducive business environment across sub-nationals. Since its establishment in July 2016, PEMEC has been at the forefront of Nigeria's business environment reform intervention, diligently working to dismantle bureaucratic hurdles and legislative constraints that have for too long hindered the ease of doing business. Your mandate to improve the perception of Nigeria as an investment destination is one that resonates deeply with our administration vision for Taraba State. Under the visionary leadership of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and in alignment with his transformative 8-point agenda for radically reforming the Nigerian economy, the importance of ease of doing business and investors' promotion cannot be overstated. We in Taraba State are fully committed to this national drive, understanding that a thriving private sector is the engine of sustainable growth, job creation, and poverty alleviation. Today's engagement provides us with a unique opportunity to assess the business enabling reforms that Taraba State has diligently carried out. We have been working tirelessly to streamline processes, improve transparency, and create an environment where businesses can flourish. Engage in a robust private sector stakeholder engagement session. Your invaluable feedback is crucial as it helps us identify areas for improvement and fine-tune our policy to meet the real needs of businesses operating within our state. Participate in technical sessions on the State Action on Business Enabling Reforms SABA program. This program is a critical tool for driving reforms at the sub-national level, and we are eager to leverage its mechanisms to accelerate our progress. Facilitate peer-to-peer learning among our ministries, departments, and agencies participating in the SABA program. This collaborative approach ensures that best practices are shared and adopted across all relevant government bodies. Taraba State is blessed with abundant natural resources, a hard-working populace, and immense potential across various sectors, including agriculture, mining, tourism, and renewable energy. Our administration is committed to unlocking this potential by creating an environment that attracts and retains investment, both local and foreign. We believe that by collaborating closely with PEMEC, we can accelerate our reforms, enhance our competitiveness, and ultimately improve the life of our citizens through increased economic opportunities. Once again, I extend a hearty welcome to the PEMEC Secretariat team. We look forward to a highly productive engagement, insightful discussions, and the concrete outcomes that will further propel Taraba State on the path of economic prosperity.
In our political development, several prominent opposition leaders converged today at the Sheikh Musa Yar'Adua Center in Abuja for the official unveiling of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, as a new coalition platform. The event marks a significant move towards unifying key opposition figures ahead of future national elections Among those in attendance are former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, both of whom symbolize strong political influence across Nigeria. Joining them are former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai and former Rivers State Governor Rotimi Amechi, signaling a rare convergence of heavyweight political rivals. Also present are serving and former legislatures such as Senator Dino Malai and Senator Ireti Kingibe, alongside several influential figures, including former Minister of Youth and Sport Solomon Dalung, media mogul and political strategist Dele Momodu, former Benue State Governor Gabriel Sonswang, and former Imo State Governor Emeka Ihedioha. Adding to the high-profile gathering is Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, retired, and former Chief of Air Staff. The coalition unveiling is expected to culminate in a press briefing led by former Senate President David Mark, who will serve as the interim national chairman of the ADC. Raud Arebasola, former Osun State Governor, is also anticipated to play a key role in the day's proceedings, further highlighting the depth and diversity of the coalition's leadership.
Arrival of the men in Nigeria, the men in APC, El-Rufai, Peter Obi, they're all here. Mr. Peter Obi, Mr. Nasir El-Rufai.
In a related development, crisis is brewing in African Democratic Congress, adopted by the Atiku Abubakar-led coalition to challenge President Bola Tinubu's re-election in 2027. A group of party members, in a statement on Wednesday, rejected its adoption by the opposition coalition, saying it is not a one-man project. The former presidential candidates of the African Democratic Congress, Dumebi Kachiku, and some state chairmen of the party have disowned former president of the state, St. David Mark, ex-Atiku Abubakar, Rauf Aregbesola, for purportedly taking over the party. The said Atiku entered into an alliance with the former national chairman of the party, Ralph Nwasu, whose tenure expired in 2022. They said there are many cases in court under leadership tussles in the party which have not been resolved. According to them, Atiku and other PDP defectors cannot build something on nothing because the alleged takeover of ADC was subjudiced. They accuse Atiku and others of buying bad market because ADC is in court with its past leadership, which sold a dummy to them.
Dear ADC family and fellow Nigerians, it's with the greatest amusement that I watch the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar-led group announce their takeover of the national leadership of the African Democratic Congress. As is expected, I have been inundated with a lot of calls and messages seeking my reaction to the unfolding dramedy. The facts of the matter are as follows. The Atiku-led group are in some form of alliance with the former leadership of the party led by Ralph Nwasu. The tenure of the Nwasu-led executive lapsed on August 21st, 2022, and his continued parade of himself as the chairman of the party was and is the subject of various litigations in different courts across the country. From the foregoing, I want to then pose the following questions. Can you build something on nothing? Can you shave a man's hair in his absence? Can you enter a man's house through the back door and declare yourself the landlord? These yesterday's men who represent a bad chapter in Nigeria's past have bought bad markets from a man who represents a bad chapter in ADC's past. Nigerians have watched in amazement as this group of mostly geriatrics shopped around for a party to prosecute their chopping must continue ambition. This further cements the opinion most hold that political parties in Nigeria stand for nothing and will fall for anything. They have told us that they are fighting for the rights of ordinary Nigerians and that they are on a rescue mission. But what is confusing to the Nigerians they want to rescue is that these men, made up of a former vice president, former governors, ministers, and political office holders, are the same people who have presided over the affairs of this nation for the past 4 decades. We have absolutely nothing to show for their decades of leadership other than being seen as a nation divided by tribe and religion and thriving in mediocrity. We are a nation lacking in the basics whose majority are poor. But here we are watching those who set our nation on fire, saying they are the fire brigade. No, you're not. You are a bunch of greedy and selfish old men who believe that political power is your birthright. You stand for nothing other than your interest and will pay any price to hold political office. Nigerians are tired of your generation and reject everything you have to offer, which is nothing. Nigerians yearn for new names, new faces, fresh ideas, and progressive ideals. We yearn for a new Nigeria that thrives on meritocracy and de-emphasizes tribe and religion. We dream of a nation that works for all Nigerians, irrespective of region or religion. We want a nation whose laws and opportunities are equal to all men. We desire inclusiveness for all and social protections for the weak amongst us. Nigerians have never asked for much other than a leadership that truly cares. You have failed us and stand rejected by us. If you seek to be a part of the ADC, do the proper thing and come through the front door. We are a party of decent and well-behaved people. Our brand of opposition is one that not only opposes, but proposes something your group is not conversant with. I strongly suspect that you will be shopping for another party very soon. And as you do that, we, the members of the African Democratic Congress, wish you bon voyage.
In a related development, the entire leadership of the ADC across all states has officially stepped down to facilitate this transition of the party structure to the 2027 opposition coalition. Outgoing ADC National Chairman Rav O. Nwosu announced on Wednesday that Senator David Mark has been appointed as the interim national chairman, while Rav Ogbesola would serve as the party national secretary. Similarly, former Senate President David Mark has resigned from the People's Democratic Party, citing deepening internal divisions and leadership crisis. In his resignation letter, he noted the party's decline and confirmed his move to join the national coalition of political opposition movements. Mark has been named interim national chairman of the soon-to-be-launched ADC coalition platform. The acting national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Umar Damagum, has expressed confidence that key figures who joined the newly unveiled ADC-led opposition coalition, including Atiku Abubakar and David Mark, will eventually return to the PDP. Speaking at a press briefing in Abuja, Damagum said no party is as accommodating as the PDP and warned of disciplinary action against members engaged in anti-party activities. His remark followed the ADC's officials' adoptions as the coalition's platform, with David Mark named interim national chairman and Rav Ogbesola as national secretary. Amidst growing speculations of realignment, Abia State Governor Alex Otti has designed claims that he plans to leave the Labour Party for the APC or any opposition coalition, speaking at the dinner in Umuahia during the 2025 mid-year retreat. He reaffirmed his loyalty to the Labour Party, stating he has not attended any coalition meeting and remains focused on fulfilling his mandate. Otti also refuted allegations of borrowing to fund the state, citing data showing Abia reduced its debt by 57.2%. In the past year, he also announced plans to launch portable water projects in Aba and Umuahia and introduced the new project implementation. Bureau led by Onyinye Nwosu, the event also marked the first anniversary of the Abia Global Economic Advisory Council.
Today, His Excellency Dr. Alex Otti, through the mercies of God, have brought us out of obscurity and things can play well. Dr. Alex Otti, however, please speak to your people. Thank you.
You have the right to dream. I also have a right to state that I am still a member of Labour Party. And I'm not looking for where to become to. The second point is about coalition. And a lot of people have been asking, oh, are you a member of the coalition? And my response is, have you seen my name? Have you seen me attend any coalition meeting? I have not. So we're just busy doing the work that other people have given us. So we are not attending any coalition meeting. I have not attended one. Nobody has invited me. So I know some members of the council have also asked just for information, and my response is that I have not attended any. Nobody has invited me, and I'm happy where I am. Yeah, we had issues. A lot of people had. If you don't have issues, then you are gone, you are dead. So you wake up and there's one problem or the other. You solve the problem. And you don't run away from a problem and pretend to have solved it. So we done, when we had our problems, we fought all the way to Supreme Court and retrieved our party from the Supreme Court. So I believe that a few issues that remain will be resolved very soon because the Supreme Court judgment was very, very clear.
His Excellency Dr. Alex Otti, through the mercies of God, have brought us out of obscurity and things. Amen. Congratulations to all of us. Please, a round of applause. A round of applause.
Supreme Court has reserved judgment in the appeal challenging the outcome of the Edo State governorship election, which declared Senator Monday Okpebholo as winner. The appeal filed by PDP candidate Asiu Ihadalu argued that he won the majority of lawful votes and should be declared governor. However, INEC urged the court to dismiss the appeal, accusing Okpebholo and his party of inconsistency for declaring the election illegal while seeking victory from it. Justice Garba Lawal stated that the judgment dates will be communicated to all parties. The Federal Medical Center Abuja has appointed new surgeon Dr. Timothy Samaila from Taraba State as the new head of its Accident and Emergency Unit, following a viral video alleging the neglect of accident victims. The video, which surfaced on June 6th, showed victims left unattended, prompting public outrage and a directive for investigations by the Minister of State for Health, Dr. Isaac Salako. The medical director, Professor Sahad Ahmed, stated that an impartial panel reviewed the incident, confirming that the victims were treated and discharged the same day and that there was no shortage of medical supplies. Some staff members involved have been referred to the disciplinary committee. The hospital also announced reforms to improve emergency care and new partnership with the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria and the Medical Association of Nigerians across Great Britain. The public was urged to use official feedback channels for timely resolutions of complaints. Still in Federal Capital Territory, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike is set to meet with Area Council Chairman NUT and NANS to resolve the public school strike. Wike offered a 60 to 40 bailout for teachers' salaries, but withheld council funds when they failed to meet their share. NANS agreed to monitor implementations after suspending planned protests. Similarly, the Center for Democratic Integrity and Leadership has defended Wike against allegations of illegal land allocations to his children, calling it a politically motivated smear campaign. Wike, through his aide, denied the claims and said the companies cited had no ties to his family. The CSO commended his reform in FCT governance. The National Primary Health Care Development Agency has said Nigeria needs $1 billion over 5 years to sustain immunization efforts. Only 21% of the 2024 vaccine budget has been released. Achievements include vaccinating 14 million girls and administering over 91 million doses. Stakeholders discuss alternative financing strategies. The Oyo State Community and Social Development Agency has funded development projects in 30 communities to improve access to health care, roads, water, and education. The initiative aligned with Governor Seyi Makinde's development goal, supporting 144 communities with 286 micro-projects in total. The Anambra State government has condemned the killing of 13 in Agboje, calling it heinous. Initial findings suggest internal conflict rather than ethnic targeting. The government pledged to support police investigations and urged residents to cooperate with authorities. The Lagos NYCN has praised the Dangote refinery for boosting Nigeria's economy and creating jobs. The council credited Tinubu's economic reform and encouraged other firms to follow Dangote's model of environmental compliance and community investments. Navia Limited has launched an aluminum and copper recycling plants in Ogun State, expected to create over 6,500 jobs and generate $150 million in export revenue. The facility supports Nigerians' diversification goals and align with global circular economic standards. The federal government will launch the African Fund at the 2025 African Natural Resources and Energy Investment Summit. The initiative aims to reduce reliance on foreign capital, promote local processing, and position African countries to lead in resource development. In a landmark move to modernize the transport sector, the Adamawa State Government has commissioned the Northeast's first ever computerized vehicle inspection service center aimed at enhancing road safety, vehicle compliance, and environmental standard through advanced technology. Some TV correspondent has the report.
The Computerized Vehicle Inspection Service Center is aimed at assessing the roadworthiness of vehicle, detecting mechanical faults, and testing for emission, thereby ensuring only vehicles that meet the safety and environmental standards pledged the road. The governor, represented by his deputy, Professor Kalitapua George Farauta, said the center was made possible through public-private partnership with Temple SYC Inspection Limited under a build, operate, and transfer model.
Today, Adamawa State joins the League of 26 progressive states in the Federation and leads the way in the Northeast to have embraced technology-driven solutions to address vehicular safety and environmental concerns.
This, according to Governor Finturi, is a bold move to reinforcing the culture of safety, compliance, and accountability, emphasizing that his administration will not relent but pursue initiatives of real value to lives of the people through infrastructure, innovation, and good governance. He further explained that the center will not just improve public safety, but also provide employment opportunities, capacity building, and revenue generation for the state. The governor thereby tasked commercial drivers, vehicle owners, transport union, and the entire public to utilize the facility, especially the face of smart, safety, sustainable transport management. For the Commissioner, Ministry of Transportation, Wumfe Anthony, the facility is set as a benchmark for innovation, safety, and smart transport governance.
Your dedication to progress and modernization continues to inspire hope and confidence across all sectors of governance. Today's commissioning is a testament to our commitment to technological advancement as a catalyst for a safer, smarter, and a more sustainable transport system.
She highlighted challenges bedeviling transport sector, such as road safety, vehicle standard, and commuter security, hence the establishment of the Computerized Vehicle Inspection Center. I am Ojoma Yusuf, reporting for Some TV News, Yola.
In a coordinated push to foster peace, civic responsibility, and public safety in Taraba State, the Advocate for Peace and Good Governance and the Federal Road Safety Corps have paid separate courtesy visits to the state chapter of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, seeking strategic collaboration with the church to derive community engagement, value-based leadership, and road safety awareness. Some TV correspondent has the details.
In a unified effort to strengthen partnership for peace, public safety, and civil engagement, the Advocates for Peace and Good Governance and the Federal Road Safety Corps paid separate courtesy visit to the Taraba State Chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Reverend Father Dr. Williams Peter Awoshri, leading the delegation. APGG State Coordinator Mr. Timothy Gibson reiterated the group's dedication to grooming value-driven youth leaders, advancing civic enlightenment, and delivering humanitarian intervention, such as prison outreach and skills development. He describes that the faith-based community as a vital ally in reinforcing values that drive peace, justice, and effective governance, while calling for CAN's spiritual partnership in uniting and empowering communities across Taraba.
First and foremost, congratulations, sir. for coming in as the newly elected branch chairman for Taraba State. Your coming in actually is an answered prayer and the dream of the Christian community. We are trusting God that being the branch chairman, you ensure justice and equity and righteousness prevail in the body of Christ, as well as work in unity. We are the escorts of advocates for peace and good governance. We so much appreciate you for the audience granted to us, so that whenever you see the activities of this organization going on, you will not be asking questions, who are these people? Already they are your sons and your daughters. This is the essence why we are here. Thank you.
Both in prayers and active collaborations.
Sure that we have a safe road for our people, and also a safe place for everyone, especially the road users. And you did mention of so many initiatives that actually I immediately became very interested, and I think I would like to also partner in this type of initiatives that you have in the Road Safety Commission. Is that a commission?
Commission.
Okay, yeah, please pardon me. Sometimes the language you don't have it. You know, the initiative you mentioned, especially when it comes to public enlightenment, you know, you can use us, we can help you in that, you know, because safety core to our people. Please see there are things like that, you mentioned Operation Catch Them Young. I was like, why can't you catch the old one as well, you know? Yes. Because, so some of these initiatives, sometimes when our pastors are meeting, because most of us also drive, and honestly, I will be candid and honest with you, most of us don't know the road signs. They don't know. I remember I was passing around at 6 at Cathedral, the pedestrian crossing signs.
Sector Commander CC Anna Atta emphasized that the Corps' mandate goes beyond enforcement to include saving lives, instilling discipline among motorized, and nurturing road safety consciousness in young people through schools-based initiative. She urged CAN to support ongoing effort by promoting safe road practice among worshippers, especially during religious gathering and events.
The job we are doing, FRSC, is not a job that we will just do and we think we are doing a normal job. I see it as more spiritual than physical because it has to do with human lives. And as they say, nothing happens without the spiritual. And that is why I deem it fit that coming to Taraba, I must see my spiritual fathers. And last week, fortunately, we met in the program. Road safety is all about saving lives on the road. That's the summation of it. Making sure that lives are protected and safe on the road while driving. And the lives of the passengers are in the hand of the driver. And that is why we are particular about training drivers, enlightening them, and teaching them the rules like signage protection. Road safety is equally involved. And in Taraba, just like I mentioned that day, I think I mentioned no road signs. And it's not too healthy for our drivers. The little time I've stayed, I've witnessed driving within the metropolis. Majorly we use keke as our means or mode of.
Reverend Father Awoshiri, in return, lauded the FRSC rules in public service and pledged the church continue cooperations in spreading road safety education across congregation. This visit signaled a growing synergy between civic actors, government agency, and religious institutions, working collectively to promote peace, accountability, and a safer society in Taraba State. Lillian Yakubu, reporting for Some TV.
The Niger State Emergency Management Agency reported that over 500 people died from disaster such as tanker explosion, accident, dynamite blast, and flood between September 2024 and May 2025. The agency highlighted major incidents in Agay, Diko, and Mokwa and noted ongoing efforts to provide relief and strengthen emergency response. Nsema also raised concerns about rising insecurity and bandit attack in Rijau and Mariga areas, while thanking state authorities and partners for their support. The Minister of Women Affairs, Iman Suleiman Ibrahim, urged Northwest governors to support the Nigerian for Women Project SCALE, aimed at empowering women economically and socially. Speaking at a summit in Castina, she stressed the need to address financial exclusion and gender inequality. While 32 states have joined the project, only Castina and Ekiti have begun implementing. Pilot results shows improved households' income and reduced dependence on informal credit. The government plans to expand the initiative to most states by July. Sokoto State Government Ahmed Aliu has commissioned the 14.1 billion naira Thamaje Water Scheme, the first of 6 major projects aimed at improving access to potable water in the state. Speaking at the event in Thamaje, Aliu described the project as a vital step towards meeting the water needs of the growing population. With a scheme set to deliver 3 million gallons daily, when completed, all 6 projects will supply 40 million gallons per day. He credited former Governor Aliu Wamako for initiating the project and pledged to complete the remaining scheme. Aliu also urged residents to safeguard the facilities and assured continued investment in the state water infrastructure. Edo State Governor Monday Opeolo, who attended the event, praised the project and linked it to President Tinubu's development agenda. President Bola Tinubu has declared data as Nigerians' new oil and ordered all government agencies to manage and share data responsibly under the Data Protection Act. Speaking at the 2025 Civil Service Conference in Abuja, he stressed data's role in development and global benchmarking. The event also saw the launch of Galaxy Backbones, Government's Cloud Academy. They aim at training civil servants for a digital, paperless public sector. Officials highlighted trust, communication, and mindset as key to successful digital transformation. Governor Francis Nwifuru of Ebonyi State has condemned the killing of 13 indigents in Anambra Ogboji community and called for a thorough investigation. The victims were reportedly attacked during a community meeting by gunmen who arrived in SUVs. Nwifuru described the act as barbaric and urged Anambra State governors Charles Soludo and security agencies to ensure the perpetrators are brought to justice. He appealed for calm among Ebonyi residents, warning against reprisal, and reaffirmed his administration commitment to protecting citizens at home and abroad. Meanwhile, the Anambra State governor has condemned the killing of 13 people in Ogboji, Oruma's South local government, describing it as a dastardly act. Gunmen reportedly attacked a community meeting on Monday, firing indiscriminately before fleeing in a statement. The Information Commissioner Lo Mifo expressed condolences to the victim's family and emphasized that the incident was not ethically motivated. Preliminary findings suggest the violence stemmed from an internal dispute. The government has pledged full support for a police investigation to ensure justice and called on residents to remain calm and cooperate with security agencies. The Nigerian Society of Engineers has attributed structural failures in the country's construction sector to faulty designs and substandard materials. Speaking in Damaturu during the 2025 Engineering Week, NSC President Margaret Ogutala, represented by Vice President Usman Tijani, stressed the need for strict adherence to professional standards to prevent project delays, cost overrun, and collapses. She highlighted the importance of technical diligence in projects like the Damaturu flyover and commended Yobe State's infrastructural efforts. The event included the inductions of 17 new members and tributes to past NSC leaders as part of a week-long series of activities in promoting engineering excellence. Professor Haruna Musa Dambata has been elected the new Vice-Chancellor of Bayero University, Kano, securing 853 votes on Tuesday. He defeated Professor Mahmoud Umar Sani with 367 votes, Mohammed Sani Gomey 364, Adamu Idris Tanko 161, and Bashir Mohammed 18. Lambate, a professor of polymer and color chemistry, began his academic career at BUK in 1993 and became a professor in 2019. He previously served in various leadership roles, including Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Academics. He would succeed Professor Sagir Adamu Abbas, who has served since August 2020. Hundreds of farmers in Otomi, Otunga local governments of Cross River State staged a protest on Wednesday against the planned privatizations of a community cocoa estate by the state government. Carrying placards, the formal comprising youths, women and elders rejected the move, citing a long-standing agreement requiring community consultation. Leaders warned that the plan will lead to youth unemployment and unrest. The Commissioner for Agriculture and Information urged calm, assuring that Governor Basi Otu would review the matter with people's interest as priority. The federal government has inaugurated a ministerial committee to derive the commercializations of research from Nigerian tertiary institutions. The Research and Innovation Commercializations Committee, chaired by Dr. Tayo Adulaju, was unveiled in Abuja by the Minister of Education, Dr. Morufo Olatunji Alausa. The initiative aims to link academia with industry, turning local research into viable products. Alausa also announced a 50 million naira grant scheme for 300 level students and above with innovative business idea. The committee is expected to enhance innovation, self-reliance, and attract investments, aligning with renewed hope agenda. The Senate has passed a bill to establish the Bitumen Development Commission aimed at regulating and harnessing Nigerians' large bitumen reserves. Sponsored by Senator Jimo Ibrahim and presented by Senator Diket Plank. The bill was supported by stakeholders and aligned with the federal government's economic diversification agenda, with esteemed reserves of up to 42 billion tons, mostly in southwest, and bitumen is seen as a key resource for industrial growth. Senate President Godswill Akpabio praised the initiative, describing it as crucial for unlocking the country's mineral potentials and attracting investment. The head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Mrs. Didi Esther Wilson-Jack, has urged state governments and the FCT to deepen collaboration with the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management to professionalize human resources practices across all ties of government. Speaking at a dinner hosted during the Head of Service Conference Week, Wilson-Jack pressed CIPM support in strengthening public sector. HRN called for its expansion to local government levels. CIPM President Ahmed Ladam Gabir and SGF Senator George Akume echoed support for reform, while awards were presented to states promoting HR development. A special award was also given to Wilson-Jack for her leadership. A nominee for the position of commissioner in the Nigerian Law Reform Commission, Professor Fatima Alkali, has declined her appointment by President Bola Tinubu. The Senate was informed of her decision during Tuesday's plenary as it confirmed the other two nominees, Dakas as chairman and Uchenna Okolocha as commissioner. Senator Adeniyi Abebomi, chair of the Judiciary Committee, he said he was nominated to represent the Northeast, formally notified the presidency of her decision. The committee recommended her replacement with another female nominee from the region for gender balance. Tranos, a Nigerian engineering and manufacturing firm, has commenced constructions of an 800-megawatt solar panel manufacturing plant aimed at reducing the country's reliance on imported solar technology. The new facility, spanning over 157,000 square meters, will also house relocated operations from Lagos and boost production capacity. Managing Director Jude Abalake said the project is expected to create jobs and support Nigerians' industrial and energy goals. The plant's first 400-megawatt line is projected to be operational within 18 months, with full capacity by 2027. Ogun State and federal energy officials praised the initiative as vital to Nigerians' renewable energy future. At least 210 Boko Haram terrorists, including fighters and their families, have surrendered to troops of the Multinational Joint Task Force under Section 2 in Bol, Baga Sola, near Lake Chad. According to Lieutenant Colonel Olaniyi Osoba, the terrorists admitted to involvement in attack across the region. The surrender was attributed to intensified military operations, and troops recovered 10 weapons. Sector Commander Major General Mauser Hauser commended the troops and affirmed that the defectors will be treated humanly and undergo deterioration. The regional governor, Brigadier General Saleh Haga Tijani, announced plans for skill acquisition programs to aid their reintegration. Nigerian cleric Apostle Johnson Suleiman has visited former Ghanaian President John Dramani Mamado at his private residence in Ghana. The meeting, held in a cordial atmosphere, highlighted Apostle Suleiman's continued effort to strengthen ties between religious and political leaders in Africa. President Moman expressed gratitude for the gesture, commending Suleiman's support and spiritual solidarity. The visit reflects a shared commitment to faith, leadership, and regional unity. We'll now head to a short commercial break. Don't change the channel. We'll be right back with more exciting updates on Super Media Television. Please don't go away.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast, and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride, your way.
In today's digital age, staying ahead of the curve is crucial for success. Taraba Business School is committed to empowering the next generation of leaders with the skills they need to thrive. We present to you our special computer training exclusively designed for SS3 and JSS3 graduates. Our comprehensive program covers a wide range of topics, including Microsoft Word, Master the art of document creation and editing. Unlock the power of data analysis and visualization. Microsoft Access. Learn to manage and analyze database. Microsoft PowerPoint. Create stunning presentations that captivate audiences. Graphic design using CorelDRAW. Unleash your creativity and design skills. Photoshop. Enhance your image editing skills and create stunning visuals. Programming using web design. Build dynamic websites and web applications. Database development. Learn to design and manage databases. UI/UX design. Create user-friendly and intuitive interfaces. At the Turabo Business School, we believe in creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Our experienced instructors will guide you every step of the way, providing you with hands-on training and mentorship. Don't miss this opportunity to gain a competitive edge. Contact us today to learn more about our program and register for the next session. Call 080-6026-9140, 070-6342-8464, or 090-1010-8844 between 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Turabo Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Join us today and unlock your full potential. Turabo Business School, opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Turabo State. Empower yourself with the skills of the future. Register now.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride your way.
Welcome back. We're glad you're still here with us. Coming up next, on international news, Hamas is reviewing a new ceasefire proposal from mediators aimed at ending the war in Gaza and securing an Israeli military withdrawal. The review comes after former U.S. President Donald Trump claimed Israel had agreed to a 60-day truce and urged Hamas to accept the deal before coordination. The Hamas signaled willingness to negotiate but reiterated that any agreement must end the war. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, in his first public comments since Trump's announcement, reaffirmed his stance that Hamas must be eliminated. Israeli strike in Gaza killed at least 14 people Wednesday, including 5 from one family. Meanwhile, Iran suspended cooperation with the UN nuclear watchdog following recent strike on its nuclear facilities. Germany criticized the move, calling it a disastrous signal. Israel's foreign minister called for renewed international sanctions on Iran and emphasized the urgency of freeing hostages in Gaza. Concerns are growing over humanitarian condition in Gaza. The Red Cross warned of a collapse in healthcare, and over 170 NGOs urged the dismantle of the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. Citing civilian deaths and lack of transparency, Swiss authorities have begun dissolving the GHF's Geneva branch over legal irregularities. Additionally, Hamas has ordered the surrender of Yasser Abu Shabab, a military leader allegedly armed by Israel, accusing him of treason. Abu Shabab denies the charges, claiming his group is providing humanitarian security. The situation remains versatile amid stalled ceasefire negotiations and escalating regional tension. Business news. Aradel Holdings and Wema Bank have joined the NGX 30 index, replacing Connell and Julius Baker, following the Nigerian Exchange half-year market review, which is effective in July 1st. The review also impacted other indices, with MC Nicholas Consolidated replacing Golden Guinea Breweries in the NGX, the Consumer Goods Index, and Lasaco Assurance entering the NGX Insurance Index. Austin Lance and Company replaced Noto Chemicals in the Industrial Index. In the Maritime Growth Index, Wema Bank and GTCO replaced several companies, while Julius Baker excited the Maritime Value Index. The NGX rebalance is indices semi-annually using market capitalization methodology to help investors track market trend and manage portfolios efficiency. Entertainment news. A federal high court in Ibadan has convicted 2 TikTok users, Bukola Arike Rufai and Abdul Latif Ayinde Jimo, for abusing Naira notes. Prosecuted by the EFCC, the duo pleaded guilty to a charge of currency mutilation after posting a video showing themselves spraying and trampling on Naira notes. The court, presided over by Justice Uche Ogomo, fined each offender 50,000 Naira. Their action violated Section 21 of the Central Bank Act 2007. The defense pleaded for leniency, citing their remorse and first-time offender status. The Australian government has revoked the visa of U.S. rapper Kanye West, also known as Ye, following the release of his controversial song, Hail Hitler, which promotes Nazi ideology. Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke confirmed the decision, stating that the visa was cancelled after officials reassessed it in light of track content and West's previous anti-Semitic. The remark on social media, Burke emphasized that Australia would not tolerate imported bigotry, although West had frequently visited the country and is married to Australian architect Bianca Sansori. Authorities found the new material unacceptable. On sport news, Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak has rewarded players and officials of Kwara United Football Club with 5 million naira and a plot of land each, following their victory in the 2025 President Federation Cup. The team secured the title after a goalless draw and a 4-3 penalty shootout win, which is against Abakaliki FC at the Mubolji Johnson Arena in Lagos. At the reception in Ilorin, the governor praised the team for ending the state-long trophy, thought and achieving a historic milestone. This marked Kwara's first major football title and only its second appearance in an FA Cup final since 1976. Kwara United will represent Nigeria in the CAF Confederation Cup. And that brings us to the end of the edition of News at 9 p.m. on Som TV. But before we sign off, here is a final recap of the top stories marking headlines today. We brought you reports that a new opposition bloc has taken shape with the launch of the ADC coalition in Abuja. David Mark was named interim chairman and Ruth Aregbesola appointed national secretary, while Alex Oti firmly denied rumors of defection from the Labour Party amidst the unfolding political realignment. We also reported that Federal Medical Center in Abuja appointed Taraba-born consultant, neurosurgeon, Dr. Samaila Timothy, as the new head of accidents and emergency following recent controversy over patients' care. On the international front, we brought you development from the Middle East, where ceasefire talk weakened as Israeli airstrike in Gaza escalated. Iran caught cooperation with the UN nuclear watchdog, and global pressure mounted over humanitarian, nuclear, and regional tension. In business news, we reported that Aradel Holdings and Weimar Bank joined the NGX 30 index as part of a major market reshuffle. From the world of entertainment, we told you how 2 TikTok users were convicted and fined 50,000 naira each for abusing the naira, while Australia revoked Kanye West's visa over an anti-Semitic song. And in sports, we reported that Kwara United received 5 million naira and land reward for their victory in the President Federation Cup. Stay with us for more exciting lineup of program and updates. I am Bridget James. Good evening.
Are you stuck in